Hey Nash, what should we make?
Let's make something that shouldn't work, but absolutely does.
All right, let's make Bulgogi Chili Mac. Welcome back to Chaos Kitchen, where we believe leftovers are just ingredients that deserve a second chance. We still have more of our Bulgogi marinade left over from our Bulgogi nachos video a while back. So I was thinking, what else could we turn it into? We already did a bunch of chili cheese stuff. Then I thought, ooh, chili cheese, chili mac and cheese, chili mac. So today we're gonna make a Bulgogi Chili Mac. It should come together pretty easy, pretty quick. And we'll link the Bulgogi nachos video below so you can see how to make that marinade. If you want to try it, or maybe you can, I'm sure you can buy Bulgogi marinade. I don't know. Anyways, without further ado, let's go. So to make our chili, we start with a hot pan on medium heat, put in a little bit of oil. I'm using some avocado oil. Let that heat up. Then we put in a pound of ground beef. For those of you who watched our Bulgogi chili cheese extravaganza, or whatever we ended up calling that video, we're gonna make this chili basically the same way. So just go ahead and get that beef broken up. When we wanna break it up, kind of fine, but you can just kind of break it up as it cooks. It's no big deal. So now the question of the day is, should chili have beans? Put your answers in the comments with as much justification as you'd like. For this one, we are not gonna use beans. I'll do either, I do both. This is not gonna be a hearty kind of standalone chili though. We're literally just making chili that's gonna end up being chili mac. So we're just gonna do a real simple chili, kind of similar to the chili you'd use to put on like a chili cheese dog or a chili cheeseburger, chili cheese fries, anything like that. So to our beef, we are going to add a little bit of kosher salt. You wanna season in layers, meaning like kind of at every step. So you don't wanna season too much because you can always add more seasoning. You can never take seasoning out. Some black pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and just for funsies, a little bit of pixie dust. Get that all stirred in there. And then we just let this cook. And once your beef is browned and nice and crumbly, we'll go ahead and clear out a landing spot in the middle and add just a tiny bit of oil. Then we throw in about 4 cloves of garlic, minced, and what is this, about an inch of ginger grated. Let those cook until fragrant, about 45 seconds, maybe a minute. Then we stir that in. Then we add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Get that stirred in. We just want to cook that around, let that tomato paste cook a little bit, get a little bit more flavor, let those sugars kind of caramelize in there. Now we add in a half a cup of our leftover Bulgogi marinade. That's the marinade we use to make our Bulgogi beef for our Bulgogi nachos. And a half a cup of tomato sauce, it's just regular tomato sauce. About a tablespoon of ketchup for a little sweet, teaspoon of Dijon, teaspoon of Worcestershire, a tablespoon or 2 of gochujang. That's just gonna complement the flavor of that Bulgogi. And a half a cup of beef broth. Let me get that all stirred in, combined. Let all those flavors dance and get to know each other. Have a few drinks, make bad decisions. I mean, delicious decisions in this case.
What are you talking about?
You know what I mean. And once that's combined and starting to simmer, then we just sort of let this simmer until it thickens up a bit. Once your chili is thickened up to your preference, if you don't have a preference or you're not sure what that looks like, you can use this as a reference. It's still a little bit loose, but as it cools, it'll sort of thicken up a little bit more. Also, we're gonna mix this with mac and cheese and bake it. So at this point, you can kill the heat and we will move on. Then we want to take out some green onions. I'm gonna cut the tops off of these guys. And then we're just gonna dice them up or slice them up, thin slice them, whatever you want to call it. Then we want to get out a grater. We want to grate some cheddar cheese, probably about 8 to 12 ounces, and some mozzarella cheese, about the same amount. I like the mozzarella for the meltiness and the cheesy puliness, and cheddar for flavor. We've made mac and cheeses with all kinds of different cheeses, so use whatever kind of cheese you like. Monterey Jack melts well, Gruyere melts really well, and all those things and all those cheeses in the Swiss family are good. Gouda's good, smoked cheeses are good. Use whatever cheese you like. It doesn't matter. It's your Bulgogi Chili Mac, so you do you, boo. Then you want to bring 4 to 6 quarts of water up to a boil, salt that, and then you want to dump in a pound of pasta, whatever pasta you want. We're using Celentani, it's these little corkscrew deals. Once that comes back up to a boil, you want to boil it 1 minute shy of al dente. So for me, that's 10 minutes. And once your time is up, kill the heat and drain your pasta. Then with a medium pot on medium heat, we're gonna make our cheese sauce. We're gonna start with a roux. So put in 4 tablespoons of butter. Get that melted. Then we add in an equal amount of flour and whisk that up. You want to whisk it until it's smooth, you have no lumps, and the smell of raw flour becomes more of like a smell of pie dough. Then we have here 3.5 cups of milk, a half a cup of cream, and I put a little bit of sodium citrate in there, so that's gonna help emulsify this mixture.
If you don't have sodium citrate, just throw in a couple slices of American cheese. It's basically a government-funded emulsifier.
So let me just add this in a little bit at a time. So we add a little bit, whisk until smooth. Definitely don't want any lumps in this process. You want to warm your milk mixture before you add it in because sauces typically don't like to be shocked. You can see it's going to start to dough up a little bit here. Add a little bit more, whisk until smooth, and then just keep repeating that process. And all we're doing here is turning our roux into a bechamel. Fancy, huh? Fancy French cooking. And then once you have a smooth liquidy sauce, you can just add the rest of your milk mixture. And then to this mixture, we're gonna add a little bit of salt, some garlic powder, some white pepper, a little bit of Dijon, and about a tablespoon of gochujang, just to stick with that sort of Korean theme. And we just get this all whisked up, mixed up, incorporated. Then you just want to let that simmer until it reduces a little bit and thickens a little bit. Just keep it at medium heat and just sort of stirring occasionally, cook it down, and it takes how long it takes. And once your sauce has thickened considerably and reduced a bit, then you go ahead and lower the heat to low. Actually, we can just kill the heat at this point. So then with our heat killed, we're gonna go ahead and add in our cheese a little bit at a time. Add a little, mix it in until it's melted. Add a little more, stir it until it's melted, and then just repeat the process until you've added about 3/4 of your cheese. And once you've melted in most of your cheese and you have a nice thick gooey sauce like this, we can go ahead and move on to the next step. And then I'm gonna mix everything in a bowl and then transfer it to a casserole dish before we bake it. But that's only so that you can see everything that I'm about to do. If I were you, I would recommend mixing all this just directly in your greased casserole dish and then baking it and not having to wash another thing. So to this bowl, we add all of our pasta. Well, make sure and spill some because that makes sense. Then we add all of our cheese sauce. No cheese sauce left behind. Just make sure and get it all out of there. Don't want to waste any of this delicious cheese sauce. Then we get this all coated. Just get this all mixed in, get all your noodles coated. Again, spill more stuff. Just make a big mess. And then we add in all of our Bulgogi chili here. This stuff's so good. Get that all mixed in and incorporated. Make more of a mess. Why didn't I just add everything in and then mix it? I don't know. In my head, it made sense to mix in the cheese first. Does it really matter? Probably not. Another point of reference, could you just eat it like this right now? Absolutely. But I think there's something to baking it, just like any mac and cheese. So set that aside, take out a greased casserole dish or an aluminum pan so you don't have to do dishes as much. And then we just dump all this in there. And then we just kind of even this guy out. Make sure and lick the spoon. But once you do, don't put it back. I mean, unless you're making it just for yourself, then who cares? And then we're just gonna sprinkle the rest of our cheese on top. And then we bake this at 400 for about 30 minutes. And here's our guy right out of the oven. You see I put a pan underneath to stabilize this foil tin because the foil tins if you got something heavy or real dense in there, they can collapse. So the pan just keeps that from collapsing. Anyways, this is super hot, so we're gonna let it cool for a few minutes and we'll be right back. And we'll go ahead and take a piece here. Oh yeah, put it right in here like that. And then we'll hit this with a little bit of our gochujang cream sauce that we also made in our Bulgogi nachos video. Link that below, and I'll even put the timestamps for the marinade and for this guy. And we'll top it with a few green onions here, and boom. And there we have our Bulgogi Chili Mac. And it's time for a bite. Cheers. This might be my favorite mac and cheese or mac and cheese variant we've made. It's really, really good. Although we've made quite a few that are pretty darn good. This one's really good. Definitely recommend trying it. It's cheesy, it's rich, it's beefy. It's got that perfect combo of the chili and the mac. And then it's got that familiar flavor of chili mac, but then that bulgogi gives it something extra that really takes it over the top. So this is really good. It's an awesome fusion. Highly recommend, go make it out of 10. And that's what I think, but hey, let's see what what Nash thinks. Hey bud, how you doing?
Pretty good. I found out birds have regional accents. I haven't stopped thinking about it.
Well, check it out. We made this Bulgogi Chili Mac you wanted, and of course we made a dog-friendly one just for you. Well, here you go. What do you think?
You know what's impressive? This doesn't taste like chili with mac and cheese. It tastes like they planned this together.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Don't keep your nicest things in a drawer waiting for the right occasion. Tuesday counts.
Nash approves, I approve. This is a great fusion and a great use of a leftover ingredient, so go make it. Thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate you all. If you enjoyed the video, go hit the like button. And if you want to see more of our crazy, cool, delicious videos, go check them out somewhere over here. And just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. Until next time, be good and peace.